Dear students, welcome back. In this video, we are going to learn about how to create the profit and loss statement using pivot tables, using this Excel sheet that we have created in a very systematic manner in our previous video. Before moving forward, let's go to this sheet over here that says TBL underscore chart of accounts. And here, yeah, this is the entire sheet. So you can see on the extreme left hand side, the column A has the key account key, which is the common link between the different sheets. And the column B states which option it is there. So if I elaborate this, if I make it bigger, I can see that there are three different reporting options over here. First one is adjusting, second one is balance sheet, and third one is the profit and loss. Just to understand the structure of this entire sheet, let me select, say, balance sheet. So when I selected balance sheet, it is giving me the class. Yeah. So how many classes are there in the balance sheet? And beyond that, if there are any further subclasses or subclass level 2 and accounts and yeah, subcategorization, they are shown over here. Just to give you an example, among the two classes in balance sheet, if I select, say, liabilities and owner's equity and click OK, I can see the subclass for liabilities and owner equity, which are the yeah, these two respective. And when I elaborate this and suppose I select the second one, which is owner's equity, so there are yeah, further, yeah, it is further subdivided into three different subclass 2. And here, if I select any one of them, say, let's go with share capital. Yeah, actually there is only one. If I select the retained earning, yeah, looks like there are a couple. So depending upon what the company is doing, where this data was collected to start with, these are the subcategorizations which run from extreme left hand side, which is, yeah, you select the right report option and go to as you move from left to right, it goes into deep dives into each type of subclasses as per the design of this whole structured data sheet. So yeah, this is how we look at it. So now since we are going to create a profit and loss statement, let's select that and let's have a quick overview. Let's have a quick look at what kind of options we should be looking at. So I'm unselecting the adjusting balance sheet and only selecting the profits and loss. And when I selected it, let's see, there are four different classes in profit and loss statement. And suppose I select the fourth one, say trading account. There are, yeah, it is further subdivided into two different types of subclasses. Yeah, so that's my trading account. Let's go with the very first, interest and tax. Looks like it is further subdivided into two of them as well. Next one, non-operating. Yeah, looks like there are a few more. So here there are four for non-operating, and depending upon what the criteria is, yeah, it moves forward with the next one as well. And let's check the last one, yeah, operating account. Yeah, looks like there are multiple in operating account, and again that could be normal depending upon what the company is trying to do and what the company is trying to how the company is trying to collect the data. So yeah, looks like there are subcategorizations. So these are good to know, and I just wanted to run this information with you before we actually move into creating the pivot table and systematically arranging the all the columns, rows and cells to get the right format of the the profit and loss statement. So coming back over here to our main sheet, that is TBL underscore GL. I'm selecting anywhere because in our last time we saw that we have already created this table, TBL underscore GL underscore 2. So coming back to home, I'm selecting anywhere, and now I'm going to insert and say insert pivot table. I'm going to, yeah, everything looks right, new worksheet. I'm going to select OK. So again, a new pivot table sheet has been created. And again, we know we are our main sheet that we are looking at is the report. So I'm going to add that to the filters. And here it is showing me that it is considering all of the types of reports available. So I'm going to specifically select profit and loss and say OK. And as we studied the entire structure of this chart of accounts, We know after selecting profit and loss, the next item we are going to select is class. So going to the pivot table again, I'm going to select this option saying a chart of account class, and I'm going to drag it down all the way to this rows. You can see 4 of the classes are listed over here. The next item I'm going to select is amount. So again, like yeah, all the amount will be displayed over here. So I'm going to drag it down to this sum values area, and you can see amount is also displayed. On top of it, we know that in our calendar part, we know that the data is there for 3 years, 2018, 2019, and 2020. So going back to our pivot table, I'm going to select this year term and going to drag it to this columns. Now I can see yeah, all the, yeah. So here is the structure of all the classes within the all the 4 classes within the profit and loss are reports, and here you can see the grand total amount, and here we can see individually for each of the year what of each of these represent. Also, when I look at over here, well, yeah, I can still improvise the way these numbers are represented. So to do that, I am going to go to this sum of values. Yeah, just left up, sorry, just left click over here, go to value field settings, and I'm going to select this number format. I'm going to go to number. I'm going to say decimal places, do not use any, so 0 decimal places. And I'm going to check this that says use a comma separator after every 1,000. And when I come back, say OK, and then again OK. Yeah, these numbers look correct to me. One more thing I'll be doing is, yeah, just make sure your trading account is on the way, all the way to the top. The next one is operating account. The next one is non-operating account. And the next one is interest and tax. I mean, for you, this might not be the same. Yeah, I think for me, the reason it appeared this way because I was practicing before. So in order for you to reshuffle, just select on like any of this name, single name over here, and go to over here where you see this plus sign and drag it down, and all the respective columns will also yeah, move along with it. Yeah, so that's how you do it. So again, I'm going to go back, say trading account goes all the way to the top. Then my next is the operating account. Next is the non-operating account. Last one is the interest and tax. Usually in a PLN statement, you only show the grand total on the horizontal, that is your row side, that is shown over here, and you do not show it on your column. So let me show you how to remove this grand total from the columns E. So in order for you to do that, go to this design tab, go over here that says grand totals, expand this arrow over here, downward facing arrow, and say yeah, show the grand total on rows only. Oh, sorry, it's the opposite. Show the grand total on columns only. So the one on the rows is gone, and it's only showing on the columns, which is yeah, yeah, grand total of this column is over here. This column for 2019 is over here, and this column for 2020 is over here. So this is the format you will usually choose. So again, on the so here you are seeing a P&L or profit and loss statement on a rough level, approximate level, higher level. And again, I will go to this sheet over here. So as of now, we have went to the basic class. Yeah, so we know this is a profit and loss statement, and we have yeah, subcategorized based on the classes. Now our next goal is to go to even more the next level of classes, which is subclass level 1, subclass 2, and if needed, we'll go to accounts, and if needed, we can go to sub accounts as well. So that keeping that in mind, going forward, so yeah, the next one I'm going to click is this one that says, yeah, below class it says chart of accounts subclass. I'm going to drag it down. You can see more columns and more numbers have got added over here. I'm going to do the same thing for subclass as well. And I'm going to do the same thing for accounts as well. Yeah, so just make sure you follow this sequence over here. And when I did that, a lot more details got added. And yeah, the grand total still looks the same because yeah, that's how it is. I mean, this is all the sum, and we have, by adding several of these, that is the main class, subclass 2 and accounts, we have added more level of granularity details to this, to these main fields that we are seeing over here. So technically this, yeah, like in a simple words, uh, this is your P&L statement. But again, if I quickly browse through, I can see there are lots of numbers which are duplicated. Again, these are duplicated, these are duplicated. In fact, this is 3 times and so on. So just visually, it doesn't look good. So what I'm going to do is the numbers which are repeated, I'm just going to collapse these terms over here, because yeah, behind the scene is the same thing. You are not changing anything. You are not going to delete anything. You are just making it much more presentable. So here also these two the same. So I'm going to collapse it. Here also these two are the same. But I make, yeah, if I collapse this again, I am losing the details. So I'll come back. Let's see this. I'll keep the same as well, because this shows how this number is 3575428. It's the sum of these two. Yeah. So a positive 3694374 minus 118946 gives you 350. Yeah, 3575428. So yeah, I'll just keep it. Moving forward, these two are exactly the same. So I'm going to collapse this. Looking at these two are exactly the same. And again, there is no further calculation. So I'm going to collapse this. Looking at these, yeah, I'm going to keep this. Looking at these, I'm going to keep this. There are no details. This is just a duplication. So I'm going to collapse these two as well. Collapse. Uh, let's see. You got these, collapsing it. These two are the same, collapsing it, because there is no further detail. This is the, yeah, three same information, collapse this. Here as well, all three are the same, collapse level 1, still the same, collapse level 2. These three are the same, collapse level 1, collapse level 2. These also look the same, collapse level 1, collapse level 2. Yeah, so yeah, so technically looking at these, this is your P and L statement. You can see all the main categories that is trading account, operating account, non-operating account, interest rate for the year 2018, 2019, 2020. Yeah, what are the sums? So these are the sums, and if you want to see the detail, how you got this 238, 3246, it's nothing but it's a sum of all these three. Sorry, yeah, 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is sum of all these four. Yeah, is giving me this number. Same is the case over here. Similarly, for all the operating account, these are the sum. And if you want to know the details where it came from, so this is how it came from. The next level of class is non-operating. And again, these are the details, and the last is interest and taxes. These are the details. And if you sum all the mean, yeah, so 1, 2, 3, and 4, you should be getting this number for the year 2018. Same is the case for 2019. Yeah, so the number you are seeing over here, that is 1303147, is the sum of this 39 uh, plus negative 249 plus positive 47162 plus negative 219. It gives you this number. Same is the case for 2020. So technically, your PLI statement is ready. This is how you create it using the systematic, the data sheet that we created, and we interlinked everything using your this data tab, and we went to this get data and systematically chose the right file. Now the best part in Excel is that since we haven't copy pasted, we have actually linked to the this data to this actual file where the data is stored. And if like maybe if this data gets updated every hour in like an actual company, or maybe every day, so as soon as your original file, the data in the original file is updated, these numbers will also automatically update. So that's the power of the modern Excel, and that's the reason why we are doing this exercise, just to show you how to create how to use all these pivot table techniques and so on. And and yeah, and eventually all you have to do is create this PLN statement just one time, and yeah, save it. And as soon as a new data point or like the original file gets updated, even these numbers will get updated. So that's the power of the modern Excel. And this is one way you use Excel for data analytics using real-time data. Now the next step will be to prepare the balance sheet. So in order for us to do that, I am going to create a copy of this sheet that we have created. So what I'm going to do is I go here, right click and select on move or copy, and I select sheet file, and check this part that says create a copy and say OK. Now you can see a copy of this sheet has been created. Another way to do the same thing is, let me just delete this, the one that we recently created. I'll delete the one that I already created before. Another way to create a copy of this sheet is, click on here, then on your keypad, hold the control button, select this and drag, and you can see a copy has been created. That's another way to do it. And now, since we know that the initial sheet that we have created is your P&L, profit and loss statement, I'm going to rename it. So I'm just going to double click here and say P&L. So that's my profit and loss statement. And here I'm going to rename this sheet file 2 as BALANCESHEET. Yeah, so this is my P&L statement. This is my balance sheet that I'm working on currently. And I will go to this main filter over here. You see that initially we created, and I'm going to select balance sheet this time. And by default, the profit and loss will be unselected. So I'm selecting balance sheet and clicking OK. After selecting the balance sheet option, technically you can see this is how Excel pivot table automatically gives you the number. One thing that is missing out here are the subtotals. So here you can see these are your current asset, non-current asset. You can see liabilities. Among those liabilities, you can see the details of the current liabilities, more details, long-term liabilities, more details, equity, owner's equity, retained earning, and capital. But as per the balance sheet format, there is something called a subtotal that you might be seeing here, which is missing. So let us go ahead and add. So I'm going to this design tab, and then I go to this extreme left hand side, the very first. Here I select this option, show all subtotals at bottom of the group. So so the subtotal part has been added. Within this, I will quickly browse from top to bottom. So current asset looks correct to me. Current asset total. This is my subtotal that has been added. Non-current asset, individual, and the total. Moving forward, liabilities, and these are my current liabilities, the subtotal, these two. Then long-term liabilities, individual, and subtotal is the same. Moving forward, the liabilities total. This is the addition of the subtotals of each of these current liabilities and long-term liabilities. Then owner's equity, retained earning, these two details, and this plus this gives me 36,000. So that's my subtotal of retained earning total. Here there is only one, and technically I can make this smaller. This one as well. Let's make this. So all the numbers look correct to me. Although if I quickly browse through, oops, I see one. The format I can still improvise. So I'll select anywhere on this number over here. Go to the sum of amounts, left click, say value field setting, number format, numbers. You do not use decimal. I will use a comma separator after every 1,000. And I will click OK, second OK. This number looks correct to me. So excellent. This all looks good. One more thing, and again, this is technical as a part of this assignment. You do not need to know all these technicalities, but just to make you guys aware, since you have done You have like so much work and reach so far where, within few clicks you can straight away, yeah, present and create a P&L statement and a balance sheet. These are some technicalities with respect to Excel, Microsoft Excel, that you must know. Yeah, so one thing is, yeah, we have like technically used this structure. So from account key, which is a common link between the main GL sheet as well as the, yeah, chart of account sheet. And then there is level one, that is all the three types of reports, and within them these are the subcategories, and this is the structure. And as you move forward, you go deep into the detail level. So coming back here, going to this balance sheet, I'm going to add one more thing, that is chart of accounts, sub accounts as well. So I'm going to add that level of granularity. So when I did that, I can see, more details. My, yeah, like balance sheet got even longer, more details got added, and it's looking much more refined now. And that's the exact format of balance sheet that is required by industry. Yeah. So this is a big lesson that you are learning. And again, when I go into much more detail over here, I can see some duplication. So again, there is only one item inventory, and that's why you can see duplicated. So I'm going to collapse this part. This plus this is this. Yeah, looks correct. And for now, just to make it presentable, because these are too many lines, just to make it presentable so that we can read. And again, for anybody who is reading and try to understand this detail, they can always go back and check the details about, yeah, like responders, what are the details and so on. But just to make it more presentable, I'm going to collapse this. So these, okay, this is a higher level, same is the case with investment. And again, these are like, yeah, same numbers. I'm going to collapse this as well. These two as well, collapse. Non-current asset, same, going to collapse. Properties, plant, equipment, going to collapse. A non-current asset, yeah, this looks correct here as well. Just to make it presentable, I'm just using a shrunk version. I shrink it everything. This as well, same number, collapse it out, same number, collapse it out, same number, collapse it out. So this is on a higher level. This is how my sheet is looking. One more important thing, and again, this is technical. As a part of this assignment, you do not need to go to this level of technicality, but just to keep you guys aware and give you some hands-on experience about this feature is available in Excel. So technically, the data that is available is for 3 years, 2018, 2019, and 2020. And as per the standard calculation, yeah, these are like auto-created pivot tables, so the numbers are absolutely right. But by default, what Excel does is that this is a cumulative number. So whatever you see for the latest year, that is 2020, is correct. And if you go in detail for 2019, this is a cumulative of 29 plus 19 plus 2020. And if you go to 2018, this is a cumulative of 2020 plus 2019 plus 2018. So yeah, that's why you can see, as you are going from left to right, again, the number from here, that is 2.1 million to 3 million, which is increasing, and 2020 is decreasing. And again, the reason is it is cumulative. So this is always the smallest. This is the second largest, this is the third largest. So Excel has that feature inbuilt where you can correct this, yeah, and this typically applies for balance sheet using the method that we have used. So how to correct that? It's very simple, straightforward. All you have to do is go to the sum of account again, left click over here, select value field setting, and instead of by default where it takes you, go here that which says show value as. And here, yeah, there are a few options over here. So drop down menu, I'm going to click on this and show value as. I'm going to scroll down. And I want you to pick this running total in. Click here and go ahead and click OK. And yeah, these are the corrected numbers. And on top of it, yeah, let's add one more, the second filter. Show value as, and here, yeah, so this is the first filter you have added, show value as, and the second level you are going to add is with respect to the year. Yeah, so still go down. Oops, no, it has been column row total difference from total ups. No, that is correct. It looks correct. I'm going to select, oh, within the main. Yeah, so let's keep the same thing running total in and go over here and select calendar year. And then I'm going to click OK. And now it is corrected. So this is absolutely correct. You see, there is a big change over here. So yeah, this is the full and final thing. So definitely looks like with respect to the current asset, 2018 it was 2.1 million, and then 2019 it is 5.1 million, and 2020 it is 4.5. Yeah. So this is yeah, like how you use that feature, and this is just to give you guys an idea about like more features are available. Use only if instructed or use only if needed. But yeah, as of now, I just wanted to show you about how vast capabilities Excel has. And this is exactly how you use in industry. And technically, you have created a very important, very big balance sheet, which is one of a key document that every finance manager, finance executive is looking forward for. And oftentimes, even in stock market, every company discloses their financial results every quarter. And again, that's for bigger companies. Those are the numbers like every investor is eagerly looking for. So technically, this is one of a key output, that is the balance sheet, and PLN is the second sheet that is like you look for. But again, that's one application. But this is a very, very important statement. Yeah, these two are the very important statements that you created. Yeah, using pivot table in Excel. And the good thing about this is all, yeah, you have linked the data, like from the original data set where you're pulling it from, which is like, yeah, you use this whole thing. And and the reason behind doing this is because this is real time. Yeah. So every time your original data changes, even these number will change. So technically, you have done a lot of work here, hard work. Now you do not have to worry about this anymore until maybe like, yeah, if new data gets added for 2021, then maybe you have to add make some manipulations. So on, same with, yeah, 2022, 2023, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, and so on. But the basic structure still remains the same. So that's the key point of solving this assignment. And hopefully you guys enjoyed running this like, yeah, assignment, and learned a lot. And as of now, please do not worry a lot about technicalities. Like as you move forward, you might take some more classes within our finance area, which will educate you more on these real terms. And as you move forward, maybe get a job, and at some point, maybe not in like in the first 2 years, or maybe not in first 3 or 4 or 5 years of your career, but as you advance through your career, you will be coming across the, yeah, like at the high senior level, you'll be coming across this P&L and balance sheet. So knowing these numbers and this sheets, the structure of these sheet is very important. So technically you learned it, and as a part of this course, you like, this is a major I'll say takeaway you learned. Yeah. So thank you so much for all your time, attention, hard work, focus, and hopefully you enjoyed this, and thank you very much.